There's a buzz in the air in the sold-out Quicken Loans Arena. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. On the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. And the injury to Nerlens Noel. This is really the big news.
Yeah, Kevin, no more uncertainty about the seriousness of the injury. Well, we only got a preliminary diagnosis after he came out of that previous game, but now they sound sure about it, and hopefully we see him back on the court in less than a month.
Well, everyone who watched his last game cringed when he went down. Glad to hear that the injury is not season-ending.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, it's hard to remember now, but Kevin Love didn't enter the league as a three-point shooter. Yet it's become a cornerstone of his game. And coaches have told him if you're a big man and you can shoot it out there, you're a valuable commodity. Kevin, he has listened, and he is indeed valuable.
Well, in this game today, it's all about court spacing, DA. Thanks for the report. Two teams that can pour it on from beyond the arc. Great long-range shooters, Doris. Do you think the NBA's become too reliant, perhaps, upon the three?
Listen, I love teams that can pour on the points, right? We're all excited when the game is high-scoring. The one thing I would say, Kevin, is there are certain teams in the league whose best player is a back-to-the-basket center. And if that's the case, that player and that team should be able to flourish in their skill set. The San Antonio Spurs come to mind with LaMarcus Aldridge. So as much as we've opened up the perimeter game, I think it is equally important that the officials do a good job making sure back-to-the-basket centers can have their day in the sun as well.
And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The forwards, George and Grant. Westbrook and Robertson, the backcourt. And it's Adams in at the center position. Last game for the Cavaliers, they picked up the W against Orlando.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
I think, Greg, everyone played their role so well, and I loved how aggressive the guys off the bench were in that one.
Just 5 on the clock. The shot by Sexton, no good. Outside Westbrook. Grant outside. Here's Adams. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Listen, we know Steven Adams is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. You've got to have great awareness about him on the glass.
Sexton kicks to Love. Shoots over Grant, and that one's good. Love. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Left side, Westbrook. Good. Westbrook's got his first 2 points.
Boy, Russell Westbrook, so quick to attack, Kevin.
Korver passes to Sexton. Screen by Young. Here's Love. It's good. Love's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right. The effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
What I love about Russell Westbrook is his single-minded pursuit of a championship. But boy, you better bring your game if you're a member of the media. He wants good questions in an orderly fashion.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And Russell Westbrook with plenty of accolades to his name, but all interview team, Dora is unlikely to be mentioned there.
Kev, I wouldn't call him loquacious in the postgame. He lets his play do the talking, certainly. And Kevin, that speaks volumes in and of itself.
Now here's Love. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. The shot by George, wide open, and it's off from three-point range. Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Sexton, the pass to Love, uses the glass to finish the layup. Love's got 6.
Well, I think it's always solid execution to get Kevin Love a look on the interior. This guy can score in so many different ways in that space.
Now here is George against New Orleans, who is really on his game.
Boy, this guy's a rock. You know, this is a player that you can count on to produce under any circumstance.
Here is Korver. It's a three-point game. It's a pick by Love. Sexton kicks to Korver. Hits the three-point bomb.
This is the assertiveness of Kyle Korver, the pre-shot preparation. As soon as he gets it on the catch, he's ready to fire.
And the pass to Westbrook. Over Sexton. That one wide left.
Man, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Young against George. Young dishes to Sexton. Love right side. They now take the lead. He's got 8.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, and anytime you can get the looks they got and have the ability to look now at Russell Westbrook's numbers. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season, he chipped in about 25 per, 10 assists and 10 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
Adams with the screen on Young. Missile on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
I think Tyronn Lue as a coach, one of the best qualities he has is his ability to manage the stars. Boy, has he done a great job of blending talents in Cleveland.
And Doris for Ty Lue. He keeps the peace by keeping things fresh and new for his team.
Well, I like that last year he took the team to wine country in Napa in the middle of the season. Boy, that's a great way to bond as a team and break up the routine. Just one trick he's used to keep players at ease.
Now Westbrook, after Kyle Korver missing on that last three-pointer, trains the three-pointer.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
The screen from Thompson. Korver passes to Thompson. This is to Sexton. And it's Korver in the corner. Now here's Sexton. He's covered by Westbrook. And the shot no good, a bit short. The Thunder leading by 4. Tries again. Grant with the bucket, getting it done inside. Grant's got his first bucket in this one.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And Young kicks to Love. Sexton, there we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And Kevin, what you love about this is there's an unselfish nature to Kevin Love's game, and I believe that's contagious.
Adams sets the pick for George. Screen by Adams. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
You know, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire.
Sexton kicks to Love. Pass to Sexton. Love with the screen on Westbrook. Now here's Sexton. D right on him. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. The Cavaliers pull it in. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. 2 teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
It's a pick by Love. Thompson dishes to Sexton from 17 feet out. That shot no good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way.
You know, they're trying to battle back, but he's missing shots this period.
George up top. He's guarded by Love. Right side Westbrook. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And now an 8-point Thunder lead.
Is there a player in the league who makes these late clock situations look bad?
Big group substitution here for Cleveland. Harry Nance is checked in for Love. Osman comes in for Nick Young. Clarkson, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Hill in for Sexton. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Patterson, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Alex Abrinas comes in for George. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And the basket by Hill.
Well, you love to watch George Hill stroke it from the mid-range. Demonstrates his ability to score from just about anywhere.
Schroeder with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Back to Schroeder. He kicks to Patterson. With the teardrop, and it's laid in by Felton. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Now, Felton not afraid of the paint. Let's make no mistake. Attacks relentlessly and scoring because he's fearless.
Pass to Clarkson. Nance a screen on Felton. Clarkson. No good on the 3.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Schroeder against Hill. The drive by Schroeder. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers last year won by virtue of their offense. There were times when they're making that 3-point shot that they simply could overwhelm people. And let's remember, they had LeBron James on their roster as well. And when you've got LeBron, you've got a chance.
Good from Schroeder. And with the Cavs and their offense last year, Doris, they would attack from outside.
Well, you think back, LeBron would attract so much attention that shooters would get all the space necessary to knock down shots. It's why the team was 4th in the NBA in percentage of shots attempted beyond the arc. When you live by the 3, you die by the 3. But more often than not, it has worked out well for the Cavs.
Schroeder hits them both.
There's that accurate touch of his at the stripe. He is locked in.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Clarkson passes to Hill. The screen from Thompson. The drive by Hill. Passes to Clarkson. From outside the arc. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, give Jordan Clarkson a ton of credit. He has worked tirelessly on this shot.
Felton kicks to Patterson. Here's Schroeder. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
The defense not doing its job there. Left him wide open, and I'm sure he's kicking himself for not cashing in.
Back to Osman. screen from Thompson. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 16-7 run. It's stolen by Nance. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Hill passes to Clarkson. No good off the back of the rim. The Thunder leading by 7. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Abrinas kicks to Adams. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And here's Clarkson, and it's good for 2. Clarkson's got 5 points so far.
Well, Jordan Clarkson came into the NBA as an aggressive scorer, and in the mid-range, he is as good as it gets.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. The leadership of Russell Westbrook is so important to the team, and Steven Adams talked about what it means to him.
He's doing just an unbelievable job at just controlling the guys, controlling the game, making sure that everyone's feeling in the right mood to play and willing to sacrifice for one another.
You know, so much of leadership is that emotional component, motivating guys to give their all.
And Russ certainly leads by example with his competitive zeal, but he understands also he's got to bring his teammates with him.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
I think one key is they've controlled the tempo so far, and I know it's early, but it helps to have this kind of lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Cleveland, Osman outside at 3 with Nance down at the power forward spot. Clarkson is out there with George Hill. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, with all the turmoil in the Cavs locker room last season, some wondered if head coach Duran Lu's job could be in jeopardy. Despite leading the team to its first championship in 2016, Lu, like a lot of coaches, finds that his future in the NBA is always subject to speculation. Kevin?
All right, D.A., thank you.
Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
Listen, there is a touch and a confidence about Steven Adams. If he's in the paint, he will get it done.
Clarkson passes to Hill. There's the pick. Oh, Nance in position. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Schroeder. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Nance a screen. Nance sets a screen for Clarkson. Nance a screen. Just 5 to shoot. And that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got 6 in the quarter.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Now, here's Schroeder. 8 points his last outing. Here's Abrinas. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Schroeder against Hill. Thompson outside. The screen from Thompson. Clarkson kicks to Nance. Here's Hill. Off Offensive rebound. Goes back up. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Greg Witterson. Kyle Korver. He's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Sexton in for George Hill. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Adams. Paul George comes in for Alex Abrinas. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Raymond Felton. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. No good from Grant.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Westbrook. 20 points for him last game against New Orleans.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide open shots.
And the shot is long.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
Now, here's Sexton. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Magic in Orlando.
You know, he was also one of their key contributors on the glass. His effort was terrific.
Shot clock at 2. And it's off from three-point range. Oklahoma City leading by 7. To the middle, trying to get back on track. And the dunk by Grant.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively, because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Korver passes to Love. Korver kicks to Love. The pass to Sexton. A three-pointer, no good. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Patterson a screen on Korver. Patterson the screen. Robertson dishes to Patterson. That three off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 9. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Nance sets a screen for Sexton. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Colin Sexton, when it comes to scoring, the man shows you a little bit of everything.
Loves to drive it, loves to attack inside, improving his consistency from range. But what I love about him is the aggressiveness. This guy is always in attack mode.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he makes the first.
When you think about the 2 consecutive first-round playoff exits for the Oklahoma City Thunder, this is a franchise that had made it to the conference finals in 4 out of the previous 6 seasons. So not the kind of deep run they're accustomed to.
He's perfect from the line this time. And the Thunder struggling to break through in the West. Doris, are they going in the wrong direction?
Well, certainly they've lost their fair share of star players. And you wonder, do rival executives start to think they may need to trade Westbrook and start from square one?
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Kicks it to Love. That's a pick by Love. He's off on that one. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. George against Young. And he makes good on the layup. And now an 11-point Oklahoma City lead.
Terrific focus from Jeremy Grant. This guy understands how.
In the NBA last season. Second is Paul George. And of course, Russell Westbrook.
And with all the steals these two came away with, they probably put a thought in the back of every opponent's head, and it wasn't a very good thought.
Now, here's Sexton. He's covered by Westbrook. It's a pick by Love. Sexton kicks to Love. Shot clock at 5. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Love's got 10.
Well, Love can affect the game in so many ways, but let's be real. This guy's a great scorer.
Roberson the pass to Westbrook. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Love. Russell Westbrook's mantra is, why not? Way of daring himself to greater heights.
I think, Kevin, in time, it became a way to build confidence to take on the world. That why not? Who says you can't? He lives by that maxim, and I love it, Kevin.
And he knocks down the first one. You're seeing some guys who were role players last year, Doris, now stepping up in their games individually and becoming more prominent.
Well, I think that has to do with 2 things. First, the offseason work you put in. It's really advanced at this point. And what that work that you put in the offseason does is it raises your confidence level. And when you step between the lines, you better believe you can contribute. So it's skill development, it's strength, it's conditioning, it's nutrition. There's so many things that go into a role player starting to become more assertive and more involved.
Now, here is Young. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Sexton. It's a pick by Love. Sexton the pass to Love. It doesn't go for him. And it's Oklahoma City the other way.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Patterson with it. Picked up by Love. Love grabs the board.
Well, I'll tell you, still looking for that first 3 of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first.
Here's Young. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Grant's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Roberson dishes to George. And there it is for him. George has got 12 points in the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded closely. Love with the screen on Westbrook. Sexton kicks to Love. Buries it from 3-point range. He's got 13.
They're having more success from 3-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Feeds it to George. He can't get that one to fall.
And that was almost one for the highlights. The long distance alley-oop, just a fraction off the mark.
Love, no luck.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
Here's Westbrook. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Well, why not, Kevin, right? When Russell Westbrook is working to the degree he is tonight, why wouldn't you consistently run your offense through him? It makes perfect sense.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against
Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Nance. Osman comes in for Nick Young. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. And George Hills subbed in for Sexton. The Thunder also changing it up. Adams, he's checked in for Patterson. Felton comes in for Andre Robertson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Now, here is Hill. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Thompson sets the pick for Hill. Up it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Thompson.
But terrific use of the pick and roll. George Hill outstanding at manipulating the passes.
Here's Grant. He has 6. Schroeder, right side. Over Hill. And that one's good. Schroeder's got 9.
Boy, ran his man right into the pick and got the open look. Basketball 101.
Hill passes to Love. The screen from Thompson. It's back to Hill. Love against Grant. Love kicks to Osman for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. It's George on the wing. Love grabs the board. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 12. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K.
Welcome back, folks. So much to do here in downtown Cleveland. And East 4th Street, right in the heart of it all. Now, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, the first half, what a thing of beauty. He was just living in the lane.
How special is it, Greg, to watch a guy who's able to get into the paint with speed and consistency? They cannot let him get inside like that.
And so here's Cleveland, a 12-point game.
When you think about the Oklahoma City Thunder, you have to start and end the conversation with the historic regular seasons put on by Russell Westbrook. The one thing you have to wonder, has he taken them as far as he can?
Taking a look at the Thunder, inside pairing is Grant and Adams. Robertson and George fill out the wings. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night. And if you're going to shake out of a slump, he is not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
And if you're building a team around Westbrook on paper, Doris, how do you do it?
Well, he's a player, obviously, who needs the basketball in his hands. And if you look at a team like the Rockets, where James Harden is complemented by shooters and a rim runner, you wonder if that's the blueprint for somebody like Russell Westbrook.
Now here's Love. Clock at 6. Inside, Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Westbrook kicks to Grant. That one falls. Grant's got the lead up to 14 now for the Thunder.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
Now, here's Sexton. He's got 6. Back to Korver. Love outside. 5 on the clock. Over Westbrook, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
All right, a chance to look at numbers for George. Coming off a terrific season, he put up about 22 points a game, just over 2 steals and 5 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, and this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
Adams dishes to Westbrook. Sinks the triple. Westbrook's got 18 points.
I love how Westbrook rises and fires immediately. Ball touches his hands and it's gone before you can blink.
Sexton the pass to Thompson. They set the pick. Nick Young on the wing. Money from the wing. Young's got his first points in this one. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Roberson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Westbrook double team. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That'll be his second foul of the game. For today's defensive schemes, Doris, which are more valuable in your opinion? Great on-ball defenders or great help defenders?
Well, I think you need both, obviously. I think anytime you can pressure the ball to a high level, I think that's very disruptive at the point of attack. But I also think in an era of incredible motion offense, you think of players and teams like the Golden State Warriors, the San Antonio Spurs, there's great ball movement, player movement, and you've got to be able to be aware at least 2 passes away. So you need both quality types of defenders to me to have a high-level defense, Kev.
I agree. It begins with an on-ball defender, usually evolves into a help defender. I mean, you can't do one without the other.
Agreed.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
And he continues to burn them with his scoring. And the coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Thunder in 4th.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. And Thompson kicks to Sexton. Good on the shot. Sexton's got 8 points.
Great beginning to this second half. Now 3 for 4 from the field.
Pass to Grant. To the paint. Off the screen. And the dunk by Grant.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Love with the screen for Sexton. Love outside. Korver kicks to Sexton. Pocket 6. Teardrop shot. The rebound by Paul George.
I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
Hangs. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by George. George has got assist number 5 here tonight. The Cavaliers trail by 19. The screen from Thompson. Sexton the pass to Love. Thompson sets the pick for Love. No good from outside.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's George. Another shot. Grant with the bucket, getting it done inside. Grant's got 8 here in the quarter.
How about the timing on the offensive glass by Jeremy Grant? Always seems to be in the right place.
And Jeremy Grant, great genes for the game, Greg. Father was Harvey, uncle was Horace, both NBA players and stars. His brother Jarian also in the association.
Yeah, and Jeremy might be the best athletically of them all. I mean, 6'8" with that 7'3" wingspan, great bounce. If he can develop his skill to match, he'll have a long and prosperous NBA career.
And here is Grant following Colin Sexton's 3. Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Saturday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. And then on Tuesday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And you know, for that Pistons game, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Now, here is Young. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Here's Sexton. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. The 3 from George. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Sexton with it. He's got 11. Left side, Love. Young outside. 3-pointer. That falls. Great assist by Love. Love's got his 3rd assist on the night.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers went to their 4th straight finals last season. To me, nothing short of...
Oklahoma City leading by 11. Passes it to Roberson. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Schroeder. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Steven Adams will leave no doubt when he's near the cup.
Cleveland's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Schroeder against Hill. Love in the post. 1 second left. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beater.
And you can't end the period any better than that.
Boy, you call that a perfect closeout. You love the aggressiveness on the offensive end leading to that final shot.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll return shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Nance is inside along with Love. Hill is out there with Clarkson. And it's Osman in at the 3. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Hill kicks to Osman. Nance a screen. Nance sets a screen for Clarkson. Here's Love. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, I just love how unselfish Kevin Love is. This guy is willing to adapt and adjust to do what's best for the team. You know, guys, when you think about Kevin Love, you have to think about all of the attributes he gives you on the offensive end. He's a knockdown shooter, can hit from anywhere on the floor, but he still knows how to go body to body inside and get an easy bucket, and all of that is critical to what they do.
That free throw good from Kevin Love. And Love, one of the more versatile players on the offensive end.
Right, Kevin, and it doesn't just end with his shooting and scoring. Kevin Love pressures the glass and will get you extra possessions with great regularity.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And Love once had a 30-30 game as a member of the Timberwolves. The guy is a force.
George from deep three-point land, and it's Osman with the rebound.
And you know, he's got the ability, but the question is that really the best shot you can get?
You know, I don't think so, Greg. The defense will give up that deep a shot all day. You got to continue to move the basketball.
Now, here's Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. Hill kicks to Nance. Over Felton. That one wide left.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Looking for George. He gets it there. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer. He is a high flyer.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now, here is Hill. He dishes it to Love. Shoots over Adams. Love, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 13. The feed to Schroeder. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Moment here now for an injury report. Now for an update on Tristan Thompson's injury. Let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, I caught up with the Cavaliers' head athletic trainer. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. The season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point of the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. And so here's Cleveland. Paul George missing from long range. Here's Osman. It's a pick by Love from deep three-point range. And it's Osman missing. Oklahoma City has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's George. He kicks it to Robertson. Schroeder against Hill. The tray. And that one's good. Schroeder. And the Thunder lead by 18.
He hits one in the first half, another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
Nance a screen. Hill passes to Love. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Clarkson against Felton. Now, here's Clarkson. Not a lot of room. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
And this last offseason, one that every Cleveland fan dreaded, LeBron hitting free agency. And Doris, they were right to be worried.
And now the challenge for the Cavs organization is replacing a player of LeBron's magnitude. This is a group that still has talent, but it certainly has to think about rebuilding. It was an incredible second stint for LeBron in Cleveland, but the Cavs will surely be a whole new team without him.
The first free throw is good. The Oklahoma City Thunder with one of the more rabid fan bases, Doris, in the NBA.
Well, 7 straight seasons of sellouts. There's something about the love affair you find in these small market one-sport towns. This is an organization that has the complete and full support of their community.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Young comes in for Jetty Osman. And it's Sexton in for George Hill. And both free throws good for Clarkson.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
Now, here is George, and here's Westbrook from the arc, but they recover it. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
And Young kicks to Sexton to the middle. Picked off in midair. Outside Westbrook. Adams sets the pick for Westbrook. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. Andre Robertson played power forward, Doris, at Colorado. He has slid all the way down to shooting guard in the NBA.
Well, I like that you used the word guarding, because that is why Andre Robertson is in the NBA. He is an elite defensive player. He can guard across multiple positions. And you think about who he's matching up with on a night-by-night basis, whether it's ones, twos, or threes. This is one of the more disruptive defenders we have ever seen.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Cavaliers were so good at so many things last season, Doris, but the defense had lapses.
Well, you could go a step further and say the defense was poor over the last couple of years for the Cavaliers. When you look at the metrics, they were bottom 3 in a lot of those metrics. This is a team that relied on its offense to win games. They made no secret about that.
Good on both.
What is absolutely mind-boggling to me about Russell Westbrook is how hard he goes every single night.
Now, here's Sexton. Thompson outside, and the pass to Young. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Thunder leading by 18. Down low, here's Westbrook. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 6th assist on the night. Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Korver kicks to Thompson. The screen from Thompson. You always hear coaches preaching consistency. Doris, what enables that kind of night in, night out reliability?
Well, I think a lot goes into it, and you can start with pride, Kevin. If you're putting in the kind of preparation necessary, then you're going to take a certain amount of pride in the things you do on a night-by-night basis. Things aren't always going to go your way, but it's not how you end the night. It's how do you respond in the middle of the game when things are going against you. Calls haven't gone your way, or perhaps there's a bad matchup. What's your response? So a lot of things go into consistency, and it's why we take special pride covering players who pride themselves on being available.
And one of the most admired things you have, too, as well.
Correct. Michael Jordan loved to play every night.
And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. And it's Grant in the corner. Off target with his 3. The Cavaliers shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Korver, no luck. The Thunder leading by 22. Here's Roberson. Pass to George. Adams with the screen on Young. Here's George. Sexton grabs the board. Thompson, a screen on Westbrook. And here's Korver from the arc. And another miss by Cleveland.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Westbrook. Screen by Grant. To the inside. Here's Adams. Nance with the rebound. And here's Cleveland. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
To the paint. They need this one. And it's good on the layup.
Well, Larry Nance, because of the athleticism and the burst off his feet, is incredible on the interior. Look out.
They set the pick. Screen by Grant. Off the screen, Westbrook. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Now here's Korver. Kicks it to Nance. Pass to Young. Thompson sets the pick for Young. Thompson. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Out to the right wing. Here's Roberson. Guarded by Korver. George, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Pass to Young. 1:36 left in the 4th quarter. Little turnaround. It's not going to go for him. So the Thunder will take it the other way.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Thunder.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for George.
Boy, their ball movement was terrific, and I thought he was the key to that. This guy conducted the offense, kept everyone involved, and spread the basketball.
And Roberson kicks to Adams. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
And that's true. The officials used to be pretty lenient on those, but not anymore.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Ante Zizic is checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Nance. Eddie Osman, he's checked in for Young. And it's Hill in for Sexton. Now here is Hill. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
I'll tell you, George Hill doesn't get nervous just because he's outsized. I love his aggressiveness in the paint.
And so the Thunder now can just hold on to the ball. Felton against Hill. And here is Felton. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Paul, obviously your team is built on defense. It seems like that's a big part of this team's identity.
I mean, we take pride in our defense. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we hang our hats on is, you know, locking down when it counts. And we stayed together and pulled this one out.
Great team effort tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.